quick warm-up act before the Eagles game. I'd like you to turn your attention to Major William Billy Harper, all the way from D.C.
About that time. About that time.
And unfortunately, I'm not going to sing either. Hey, but I'd like to welcome everybody, and I'm very proud to be hosting the Delaware Army National Guard Ugly Sweater Contest. But hey, I want to see who's in the room first of all. Can I have all the officers give me a big hooah? Whoa. All the NCOs, give me a big hooah. Whoa. Junior enlisteds, a big hooah. And all the warrant officers. I thought you were the silent professionals. But I'm happy to be here, and I also have all the spouses turn to your significant others and say, I lost a bet for this. And all the kids, look to your parents and say, you promised Santa was going to be here. Don't worry, he'll be here soon enough. But the other thing is, we are all one big Delaware Army National Guard family. Give yourselves a hand. The finest collection of bankers, medical professionals, and lawyers to fight America's wars. I want to, first, so I can keep on time because there is an elephant in the room today. It's not luckily the senior leaders went before me. The big elephant in the room is the Eagles game, and that starts probably about 10 or 15 minutes. So can I have one or two kids in the audience just come on up here? Ask your parents first, but just have a couple of kids come up here. I need an assistant for this. Okay, come on up. Yeah, come on up. Come on up. Okay. What I need you to do, what's your name first of all? And? Ty. Jameson and Ty. Okay, I'm going to start this, okay? When that stopwatch gets to about 8 minutes, you need to run up, kick me in the shins, and say, you're done. Can you do that? All right. And your parents have my permission to do that. But some other expectations are that today it's going to be a clean show. And also, you're going to be fortunate today. You're going to get to hear my perspectives on life, parenting, marriage, growing older. And I'm just going to attempt to avoid getting a dome on. Or worse, a counseling statement. The other thing is that let me look at this. The other thing is that it is going to be short. Unlike Colonel Malloy yesterday, I'm not going to take a half hour and thank everybody in the Delaware National Guard.
Oh, you trying to get on, boy? You trying to get on? Pay for that. He's outside yesterday, though.
I'm just going to thank a couple of people here, Jameson and Ty.
Probably shouted me out.
But the other thing is that, well, let's just get into it. First of all, marriage. I really believe in marriage. I think marriage is important. Can I have everybody just agree with me on that? Just give me a show of hands, applause. Marriage is very important. I believe everybody should be able to marry whoever they want. Because everybody deserves to have a crazy spouse. The thing is though, being a professional, and I actually started a civilian job recently, and I'm still continuing to serve. I have a work wife. And believe it or not, my wife gets along with my work wife perfectly. They're in fact best friends. And I have a gym wife, who my wife can't stand. In fact, recently she said, hey, you know, what are all these charges for to the local gym? And I'm like, well, I work out every day. I need a good workout. And she's like, you're just going for that woman, aren't you? I'm like, no, I'm not. I go there. In fact, I don't even like her because she yells at me all the time. And my wife's like, well, I'll yell at you for free. But the thing is, though, big thing, and I didn't promise a clean show, but I am going to use the F word today. Family. And my family is very, very supportive of the military. When I was overseas about 2 years ago, they sent me care packages every month. It was very, very good for them. It was very rewarding for them. But my dad, he has always supported the military. Anytime he is at a restaurant or a coffee shop, he sees some people in uniform, he goes up and buys them a cup of coffee. Pays for it all. In fact, for Sergeant Smith, my dad will be eating at Seasons Pizzeria tomorrow afternoon if you need a meal plan.
Be there.
You'll be there?
I'll be there.
But the thing that my dad went through, and he looked at our family history, and he discovered something, that I am the long product of Midwestern white trash. In fact, my real name is not Billy Harper or William Harper. It's actually Billy Wayne Harper III. I am redneck royalty. And I'm in the line to become the redneck king. But my family, my family back in the Midwest, they really love their N&C words. NASCAR and cigarettes. But the thing I'm most proud of, like all fathers, I'm most proud of my two children. In fact, they are always looking up to me. In fact, they recently told me that I'm the reason they got into comedy, or I'm the reason they love comedy now. Especially my son, who pre-games with all his friends, on Friday nights by watching my YouTube videos. But the other thing is, I got a few more minutes before Ty and James can kick me in the shins. And I'd like to find out from the group here, do we have any former athletes in the room? Any former high school athletes? Okay. What sports did you do? Basketball and football, two very good sports. You still play? You don't think you can keep up with the younger kids now?
No, I can't.
You're a better man than I am. I have not run a 5K in under 20 minutes in 20 years, and my last ACFT was a 400, but I know I'm going to make a 600 on the next one. I'm that confident. But the thing is, I recently got into master swimming, and if the thing about master swimming is that it's a very inclusive organization, especially if you're a former high school athlete. In fact, recently, I jumped in the pool, I got up on the blocks, I stood there, and I belly flopped in the pool, and I got 15 seconds off my 50 time. Pretty good, isn't it? Yeah. So, but I'm gonna start closing this up, and recently, actually, everybody who follows me on Facebook, they keep asking me, how many times are you gonna travel around the world this year? And it was a big thing. I was going on TVY to Hawaii and places like that recently, and when I go on travel now, I always pay the extra to get the exit row seat. And usually it's okay until the last time I flew, because we had a big in-flight emergency. I got called into action because the toilets were overflowing. They were looking for a hero that day, but they needed a plumber. And then we went in for an emergency landing, and we landed hard because there was a Navy pilot. That's the real elephant in the room, the magician who's going to be up here next. But the flight, we landed hard, a Navy pilot, and there was a row of honeysuckers waiting for us.
Go kick him. Kick. Put feet on him.
Yeah, come on.
Put feet.
All right, there we go. There we go. I think that means my time is up. Thank you for sharing some time with me, and I look forward to doing this again. Hopefully I'll do my best.
Thank you, Mayor. All right, we got the Eagles game going on right now. Also, magic show starting in about 1 minute.
Check it out. See what's out there.
Go find your seat.
Right. I walked close to the